One of the most potent influences on your nervous system are the people who surround you. So your nervous system will mirror the nervous system of those people who are around you, and this changes both your emotions and your physiology. We don't just communicate through words. We communicate with what's called mirror neurons in the brain, and we also communicate through nervous system resonance. Now, mirror neurons help us to understand the intentions and the emotions of other people. As we observe another person's facial expression or their body language, mirror neurons are activating in our own brain, and these are mirroring and processing these signals from another person as though they are being generated inside of us. These signals come into an area in the brain called the insula. The insula plays an important role in our own self-regulation. So as we detect visceral sensations, if we have hyperactivity in our insula, we may become overwhelmed by these sensations. So fear can lead to anxiety, which may lead to panic if we have this hypersensitivity. Or we may find that we get overwhelmed by strong sensations of shame. Now, on the other hand, if we have an underactivity in that region called the insula, we may dissociate from our body when we experience strong emotions. And this is a way of helping us cope. So sometimes when we're with other people who may be dysregulated or experiencing difficult emotions, and as our mirror neurons have activity as we watch the facial expressions and see the body language of another person, this could be too much for us, and we may find that we get overwhelmed by those sensations of other people because of the activity in our own insula. We may also dissociate and cut off from other people as well, just like we would do with our own sensations if they were too much. So this circuitry of our mirror neurons with our insula can have an effect that goes down then to the brainstem. And this will change our respiratory rate and our heart rate and the state of our nervous system just by observing what's happening with another person if we find it hard to stay self-regulated. Likewise, our insula will also send messages up to the prefrontal cortex, just behind the eyes here, and that will influence our thoughts and our decision making too. The other way that people can affect how we feel so potently is through what's called nervous system resonance. So you may have watched a sad movie before and also found yourself becoming emotional when something sad happened on the movie to another character. And this is called emotional contagion. So we can naturally pick up on the emotions that we have from the people around us or what we're watching on television or see on social media. The other way that this resonance happens is through what's called stress contagion. So science has shown that small children will mirror the stress hormone level that their parents have. And it's through this process of sensory perception called resonance. Now, just like an attuned mother can accurately recognize the state of her toddler and use tools to help calm the child down or to bring more energy to the child's system, you can also learn to self-attune to your own nervous system and improve your self-regulation and resilience under stress. As you develop this awareness of the different states of your nervous system, you have the resources that can help you regulate and cultivate resilience and flexibility in your responses under stress. You also cultivate resilience when you learn to recognize what it is that belongs to you in terms of stress and what it is that belongs to another person. That way you can maintain a healthy level of empathy without becoming dysregulated or taking on the state of another person. One of the best ways that we can do this is through the practice of intereception, where we learn to pay attention to our own physical and emotional sensations, recognize what they are, and increase our window of tolerance to these sensations without moving into the state of hyperarousal or anxiety or shutting down and dissociating. In time, as we practice intereception, we actually help to bring our insula also into the optimal state of functioning. Through neuroplasticity, we know that we can alter these circuits between our mirror neurons and the insula, the effect that they have going down into our body and the state of our nervous system, and the way that they go up to affect our thinking brain and therefore our thoughts and decisions. So whilst the people that are around you are one of the most potent influences on your nervous system, you can learn to increase your capacity for self-regulation and resilience in those moments so that you stay grounded in yourself. I'll be teaching the tools that help to do this in both the Vagus Nerve Masterclass and also the 6-week Vagus Nerve program. If this is something you'd like to learn more about, then I'd love to have you join in, and I'll pop the details below.